Hi guys, how you guys doing today? It's another day in quarantine, right? I know. So today's episode, we're going to be doing a rice casserole. I'm sorry, cheesy vegetable and rice casserole that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. It's not vegan, unfortunately. It does have cheese. I'm going to be using two types of cheese today. I'm using ricotta cheese, and I'm also going to be using a cheddar cheese. So, and an egg. Okay? So, I promise you guys I will be making a vegetarian dish sometime soon, but just not today. Okay, well, enjoy. Let's get to this. Hey everybody. So, first things first, you got to preset the oven to 400 degrees. And the reason for this is because you don't want to throw a cold dish into a cold oven because it's going to take longer to cook. And this is only going to cook for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. I would go for about 30 just because I'm putting an egg in there. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to do two separate dishes. One for our cheese mixture. We're going to mix the cheese together. This is 1 cup of ricotta cheese. You can use cottage cheese if you want, but I prefer ricotta with this. But it doesn't really matter, whatever you can get your hands on, because yeah. And what I like to do is I like to take the ricotta cheese out of the big container and like put it into smaller smaller bags, like freezer bags or like sandwich bags or something like that. So we got approximately 1 cup of that. We have got, since we're doing a cup of that, we're only going to use about maybe like a half a cup of this this sharp cheddar cheese. I'm not going to mix it. I'm not going to measure it or anything like that, just because there's already a lot of cheese in there. So, and then we could just go ahead and put the egg in there. So we got that. The reason I'm mixing this in a separate container is because you don't want to do this when you got the rice in there. You don't want to just mix the rice together. It's always better to mix the wet ingredients before you put them into like the dry ingredient. Well, the rice isn't dry, but you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be perfect either, you know. This is just for you, or just for your roommate, or if you're cooking for your parents or something like that. It really doesn't matter. So, see, just get it a little bit combined. That way it's easier to mix, like I told you, with the rice. And then, do you remember that rice that we cooked yesterday, the last show? Yeah, we're going to be using that. So if you make a bunch of rice, you got leftovers, and you could do something with the rice. So I'm gonna use my other spoon, or my other thing. This is approximately, we're gonna do 2 cups of rice on this, just because we've got so much of it, and why not? Okay, you know what? We'll just do 3 cups, just because it's a big pan we're putting it in. So I'm putting it in a glass loaf pan. So let's put our mixture in there. That's my dog Emma. She's jealous because she wants to eat. So we got this cheese mixture. Emma, chill, baby. So got this, and then let's get the salt in there. Just kidding. Remember, we don't need salt because we accidentally oversalted. Emma, chill. Remember, we don't need salt because we accidentally oversalted the rice when we were seasoning it. So we're just gonna add pepper. Remember, you don't need to add like a ton of pepper. I mean, add it to your liking. Personally, I love pepper, so I'm gonna add about maybe a half of a teaspoon or something like that. And then garlic. Gotta add some garlic powder. So maybe, let's go with maybe a half a teaspoon on that too. And then call me crazy, but I like adding cinnamon. Just a pinch of cinnamon. I think it adds like a wonderful flavor. So we're gonna get that all mixed in together. You see, it's starting to look like it's starting to look all gooey. It's gonna look beautiful when we throw it when it's all done baking. And then and then this is about 1 1/4 cup of the mixed vegetables thawed out. So we're gonna add that in there, and that's gonna give it some color and also some vegetable goodness, you know. So yeah, see how it's already started to look like so colorful. It's just like adding these mixed vegetables give the dishes so much color, and they make it look more appealing. And when it's more appealing, you're more like anxious to eat it. You're more anxious to eat it. Excuse me. So you see, it's already starting to look like a casserole. So yeah. Okay. A little bit more. And then also, I mean, I add this because I love it, but like a chipotle sauce goes really well in this too. If you want to, just a couple squirts of it in there. Just to add a little bit of a kick if you wanna. If you're scared that cheese might not be like, you know, that mild cheddar cheese might not be flavorful enough. It's really up to you, to your liking. It doesn't really do anything to the color, but it'll add to the taste, the flavor, and chipotle too. So this is what I was talking about with the loaf pan. It's just a regular loaf pan, and I've got like some butter that I was already using, and I'm just gonna do this. I think this not only adds flavor, but it prevents it from sticking to the bottom of the pan too much, because we are using cheese, and yeah. So I think Emma's hungry. So this is what bakers use before they put the bread dough into the pan. Just a little thought. Okay, so we're gonna grab that mixture, and don't just pour it in there. Kind of do it like that. Like that. Like that. This doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. This is just, I'm just making it look a little cool, you know. Just putting little ripples in there too. I don't know. Also, you want to trap the heat a little bit too. Trap the heat like in the oven in this casserole so it cooks faster. I think that's it. All right. So quick tip, we're gonna pause a little bit, but this is gonna be, remember, 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay? I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody. So I went to go pull it out about halfway through, and it was still, or about right at the end mark, and it was still a little bit like kind of warm inside, so I left it in for another like 10 minutes just to be safe. But I mean, the cheese is bubbly, so it's still going to be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull it out, and then we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes before we dig in, if you know what I mean. 1 second. I am going to pull that camera out so you can see exactly what it looks like. You can be just as impressed as I am. See? It's all nice and bubbly, and we're just going to let it cool down here for about 10 minutes. So it's been about 7 minutes. I'm just going to say 7 to 10 minutes. But like I told you, I put it in for an extra 10 minutes because I pulled it out like right at the end, and it was still a little, it wasn't like 100% like hot, but it was like, it was getting there. So I was just like 10 more minutes will be fine. So 45 minutes, like 45 to 15 minutes, and you should be good. So yeah, I pulled it up. As you can see, you see the sides are kind of, it's good we put butter right there because the sides have kind of like stuck to it in a way, like nice and crispy. And you don't have to use a wooden spoon. I just did it because I couldn't find my metal spatula. But as you can see, it turned out like really good. And you can do this any way you want to. You really can. So there's no perfect way to do it. But just pull it up like that. You see that? That nice heat coming from it. Looks really great. You can see the vegetables. You can see the corn. You can't see any carrots though. Ah! That's okay. But yeah, this is going to be really good. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Oh. No! No! Go get your own. Go make your own. I'm going to enjoy mine.